Welcome back, my 7th graders. Let's go ahead and get this work going here. We've got simplify the expression 4f plus 11f. So we're going to combine the f's. 4 plus 11 is 15. So this is going to equal 15f. All right, think of it like 4 feathers plus 11 feathers. That's going to equal 15 feathers. How about number 3 here? It says negative 4z plus 6 minus 7z plus 3. We're going to combine the z's. So I'm going to put my negative 7z over here. And I'm going to put my plus 3 over here underneath the negative 6. Well, negative 6 plus 3 is a negative 3. Because when my signs are different, I find the difference. That means I take the big number minus the small number. That's 3. And I keep the sign of the big number, negative. Then I have a negative 4 and negative 7. Well, when my signs are the same, I find the sum. 7 plus 4 is 11. So that would be 11z. And then when my signs are the same, I also keep the same sign. So this would be negative 11z minus 3. Our number 5 says evaluate the expression. I got 2 to the third power. I'm going to work this over here. And I'm going to times 7 minus 14. I got a foul appendage here. So I'm going to do exponents first. 2 to the third power is 8, because 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. Now I have 8 times 7 minus 14. I've got to do multiplication next. 8 times 7 is 56. And 56 minus 14, well, let's just put that down here. That's going to give me 42. So the answer to 5 is 42. All right, let's go to number 7. Find the surface area. Remember, surface area can be found by taking the formula 2 times the length times the width of the base plus 2 times the length and the width of the sides plus 2 times the length and the width times the width of the front and back. So let's go to the top and bottom first. The top and bottom are going to be 5 by 5. So this is 2 times 5 times 5. And add that to 2 times, well, this is going to be the left and the right. So this is 5 by 5. So we can say this is going to be 5 times 5 again. We'll add that to 2 times length and width of the front and the back. Well, the front and the back are 5 by 5 as well. So again, 5 times 5. I know 5 times 5 is 25, so each of these are 25. And we're multiplying them by 2, so that's going to be 50. Plus, well, 50. Plus 50. And 50 plus 50 plus 50, that's 150. So the surface area is 150 feet squared. All right, let's go to number 9. Number 9 says, write the sum or difference modeled by the algebra tiles, then use the algebra tiles to simplify the expression. To do this, I'm going to bring the tile diagram over here. So we see that we have 2, there's a positive 2, right? So this is 2 times the number. Looks like I got a little jam here. Hold on a second. Thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and shrink this so you can actually see it. There we go. We're taking 2 times a number, and that's what they have here. That's going to be 2x and then plus 7, right? So if I wrote this out, this is going to be 2x plus 7. We're going to be subtracting, because there's a minus sign here, 2x minus 4. Okay? And if you see over here, we got the negative 2, right? We got, because this is going to be a negative 2, right? A negative outside of parentheses means I multiply everything over here by this negative sign. So this over here, I'm just going to rewrite this over here, 2x, give me some room to work, plus 7, minus 2x, minus 4. Notice I put this in parentheses and this in parentheses. So the negative gets multiplied to both of these. Now this is going to be 2x plus 7. The negative sign is gone now. So negative times 2 is going to be added to negative times 2x is negative 2x. And negative times a negative, that's a positive 4. Positive 4. Okay? Now I can take this and bring it down underneath here. I got negative 2x, and that's what they're talking about here with these two, negative 2x's, and plus 4. Okay? And that's what they're talking about over here. We got the positive 4's, right? They now become, this was a negative number. Now they become positive 4's, right? Because we added them. See, that's how we got to this point. And now we got to this point over here where this minus this is going to give me 0. And 7 plus 4 is going to give me 11. So my answer is 11 because the 2x minus 2x got rid of itself. So that equals 11. That's how you solve it, using your tiles and your formula. All right, number 11, find the sum. All right, I'm going to take my like terms and put them together because I'm adding. I can take, put my b's together first. I'm going to put, well, 3b because it's positive here. It's a bigger number. I'm going to put minus b. Okay. And then I'm going to put my numbers together, and that's going to be 7 plus 2. Well, 3b minus b is 2b, and 7 plus 2 is 9. So 2b plus 9 is my answer. How about this one down here? I've got 2x minus 6 and 4x minus 12. I can bring all this down here. So this is a positive 4x and a negative 12. Well, negative 6 and negative 12 make negative 18. Because when my signs are the same, I find the sum, and I keep the same sign. 2x plus 4x equals 6x. All right, I'm done with that. Let's go to number 15. I'm going to take my z's and put them together, and I'm going to take my numbers and put them together. I can rewrite this because this is adding to show that negative 7 over 2 z, let's see, plus 1 over 5z, and then I'm going to add that to 4 minus 15. All right, I need like terms here, or common denominators, so I'm going to go with 10. 2 times 5 is 10, so 7 times 5 would be 35. And remember, this is a negative, so I have to make it a negative 35 over 10. This is going to be added to, well, 5 times 2 is 10, so 5 times 1 will be 5. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 times 2 would be 2, well, 1 times 2 would be 2. Now, I do have to make a little correction here. Remember, these are z's, okay? So this is z, and this is z, and we're adding these together. And I can already do this part over here because 15, 4 minus 15, big number minus small number, that's 11. Keep the sign of the big number, so this would become actually a negative, not a positive. Now I got to combine these two fractions. Negative 35 plus 2. Well, that's going to give me a negative 33 over 10. Z minus 11. I can change this into a simplified version because 10 goes into this 3 times. So this is negative 10 and 3 over 10. I'm sorry, 10 goes in that 3 times, not 10 times. I don't know what I was thinking there. So it'd be negative 3 and 3 over 10 minus, oh, let's not forget the z, minus 11. All right, let's go to number 17. We got some big ones here. Okay, if we're adding all these, we can put all our x's together. So I'm going to put 7 over 4x. I'm going to put that with my negative 1 over 4x. I'm going to put my numbers together. I've got to remember, got to keep everything in addition. So this number is going to be negative 5 and minus 3.5 and plus 5. And then I've got a plus 2y over here. So this is just going to be plus 2y. There are no other y's to combine with that, so I can leave that alone. Let's work over here. 7 minus 1 is 6, so this is going to be 6 over 4x. Adding that to, well, we know negative 5 and positive 5. Well, 5 minus 5 is 0, so I can cross these out. And that leaves me with negative 3.5. And then I have a positive 2y still. I can change this to 1 and 1/2 x. And then put plus 2y. And then minus 3.5. All right, let's go to number 19. It says, and you have to do number 18 there, don't forget. Number 19, find the difference. Well, this time, you'll notice there's a negative sign in between our two. And what that means is all the signs inside here are going to change. So this becomes a positive, but this is going to be a negative g, and this would be a negative 11. Now I can combine that right over here with these. I'll put negative g and negative 11, and then combine them. Well, 7 minus 11, well, my signs are different, so I take the big number minus a small number. That gives me 4. Keep the sign of the big number. That's going to be negative. And then negative 2g minus g, well, that's negative 3g. When my signs are the same, I find the sum. We're off to number 21. I'm going to change all these signs again. This becomes a positive. And inside here, it becomes a negative 2y. Because a negative times a positive is a negative. And then a negative times a negative is a positive 16. All the signs become the opposite. Now I'm going to bring that on over here. I've got a positive 16, so I'll bring it under the 4. Because those are common denominator, or they're like terms. They're both numbers. Then I have negative 2y, so I'll put that under the negative 5y. All right, negative 5y and negative 2y make negative 7y. Remember, when my signs are the same, I find the sum. I add them together. And then I keep the same sign. And 4 plus 16, well, that's 20. All right, let's go to number 23. We're going to combine again after we turn these all negative. This will become a negative 3 over 8. And a negative 3c. So when I bring this over here, I'm going to put this to be a negative 3c, negative 3 over 8c, excuse me. Said that wrong. And then I'm going to put the negative, oh wow, I totally missed that. This does not have a c in front of it. So this is meant to be a little tricky and mess with our eyes a bit. So this is the number. I'm going to have to put 16, put minus 3 over 8 underneath it. Okay? And then I'm going to have to put the negative 3c with the c. Does everyone see that? The like terms is meant to fool us and make us think we should put our fractions with our fractions, but we don't do that. Okay, and now we can go ahead and put these together. Oops. Okay, this is now gone. Remember, we moved it over here. Okay, so I've got 3c minus 1/8 c. Remember, when my signs are the same, I find the sum. So this would be negative 3 and 1/8, because we're going to add them together, c. Okay? And next we have 16 minus 3/8. Well, we're going to have to subtract there. We take the big number minus the small number, keep the sign of the big number. So it will be positive, because 16 is definitely bigger than 3/8. And because I'm taking away 1 from 16, that becomes 15. And, well, this would be 15 and 8 over 8. So 8 minus 5 is 5 over 8. All right? So that's our answer there. Let's go to number 25. Again, this becomes a negative 1/4 n. And then a negative times a negative is a positive 8. So we're going to bring that over here. You notice, though, this is not an n. This is an m. So I do have a number that I can put underneath 1/3. But I do not have an m to put under there. So this is going to stay right where it is, 1/4 n by itself. And it was a negative 1/4 n, so let me not forget that. Now I bring everything down. Notice I don't have anything under the negative 6m. So the negative 6m is one term. The negative 1/4 n is another term. And then we have 1/3 plus 8. That's going to be 8 1/3. I don't care what order the terms are. That doesn't matter as long as you have 8 1/3, a negative 6m, and a negative 1/4n. All right, now off to number 27. It says, which expression is equivalent to this expression here? Well, we're subtracting again. So let's rewrite this. We're going to see that this is negative 5.2x plus 8 when I take my negative sign and multiply it to everything in here. This is going to become a negative 3x. And then a negative times a negative is a positive, so this would be a positive 5. Remember, they become the opposite sign. And now I go ahead and bring it over here. I got an x, so I'm going to take this negative 3x, subtract it from there. Then I have a positive 5, so I'm going to add 5 here. 8 plus 5 is 13. Rewrite that because that looks like a B. It's a positive 13. And then negative 5.2 minus 3 is going to be negative. Remember to keep those decimals lined up. This would be, they're both the same sign, so I find the sum. A negative 8.2 x plus 13. Negative 8.2x plus 3. Nope. Negative 8.2x plus 13. Looks like B is my answer. All right. Let's do number 29 now. The expression 1.7n plus 1.1 represents the perimeter. So in other words, all around this, the perimeter. What is the length of the third side? Well, remember, the perimeter is how far it is all the way around it. So we can write this equation right here. We're going to take 0.5n plus 0.6 Remember, we add all the sides together. So that's going to be plus 0.4n plus 0. We're adding that to whatever this side is. We'll just put s. And that has to equal 1.7n plus 1.1. All right, let's combine these two together. 0.5n and 0.4n make 0.9n. And let's see, we've got 0.6 and 0. That's going to make plus 0.6. And that has to equal 1.7 n plus 1.1. Now, to find out, oh, don't forget we have to add that side. I forgot to put that in there, so I'm just going to put the plus s over here. Okay, please don't get confused with that. I simply took this here that I forgot to, oops, this here that I forgot to add in over here, I put it back over here, okay? So now I'm going to subtract what I have over here to add it to what's over here. The only way to get rid of a 0.9 is to subtract 0.9n. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other side. So I'm going to subtract 0.9n from this side. I'm also going to have to subtract 0.6 from this side, which means I'll subtract 0.6 from this side. And now S is by itself. I got rid of these. And the last side has to be, well, 1.1 minus 0.6 is 0.5. And hold on, wait a second. Yeah, 11. When my signs are different, I find the difference. 1.1 minus 0.6 is 0.5. And then when my signs are different again, I find the difference. So this is going to be 1.7 minus 9. That's going to give me 0.8n. And remember, we kept the big sign here. So the last side has to be 0.8n plus 5. All right, I'm off to number 31. And I'm sorry I had to go back to this. I double checked in the book, and I found out that this should have been 0.5. So I'm going to have to rewrite this problem and do it for you again. Sorry. With one little change, instead of over here, this is going to be 0.5 instead of this 0. All right, and 0.6 and 0.5 make 0.11. So this is going to be 0.11 right here. Which means I have to subtract 0.11. So I'm going to be subtracting 0.11 from this side. Okay, actually that's, shouldn't say 0.11, it's 1.1. And now, well, 1.1 minus 1.1 will be 0. So the answer is just going to be, looks like 0.8n. That's it, 0.8n. All right, now let's go ahead and go down to number 31. You burn 265 calories running and then 7 calories per minute running. Okay, so we have 265 okay, calories running, and then 700, so this, you're taking away those calories, then taking away another 7 calories per minute. And I don't know how many minutes are going by, so I'm going to put times m, right, in your pool. Your friend burns 273 calories running, and then 11 calories per minute, so that would be times m. Okay, you each swim for the same number of minutes. Find and interpret the difference in the amount of calories burned by your friend and you. I'm guessing since really they're talking about what you did, we can go ahead and make these actually positive numbers. This is the total of what you've done, right? Now, they want to know the difference. That's a subtraction problem. So you're going to minus this right there. Okay? When I do this, all this turns to negative 273 plus, no, that's a negative times a plus. Sorry about that. That'll also be a negative. Minus 11m. All right, so now we can move all this over here. We got negative 273. We got minus 11m. Okay. Well, my signs are different, so I find the difference. 11 minus 7 is going to be 4m. So that's, see, well, that's 4 calories times the number of minutes. And then over here, well, our signs are different. We find the difference. This is going to be, let's see, 273, big number, minus the small number, 265. To borrow one, that's going to give me 13 minus 5, that's 8. So this would be 8. And then the big number is negative, so right, we're talking next to your friend. Let's see, your friend is going to be, find and interpret the difference in the amount of calories burned. Your friend burns 8, or okay, your friend burns 4m, negative, yeah, 4m plus 8. And I know these are negatives. I should have took the bigger number minus the smaller number to find the difference. So this should have been positive and this should have been negative. I hate to reverse everything on you, but I'm going to do it real quick while I put the video on pause. All right, I did the work. I put my friends first because his number was bigger. And now 11 minus 7, let's see. Well, remember, these are going to be m's because this is 11 calories per minute. This is 7 minutes. So this is an m. And that's where I get the 4m. And this is where I get the 8. Okay? So 4m plus 8, more minutes. Your friend is faster. Your friend burns 4.5m plus 8 faster, or more than you. Okay? Going to number 33 now. That was 32 there. Oh, that was it. That's all of it. Okay, thank goodness. No more homework for tonight for either you or me. And that's about a 30-minute video. I'll see you in class for grading. Have a great night.